Berlin, 1905. Industrialization and urbanization are both growing, and Impressionist painters such as Vincent van Gogh are popular and well-respected. But a new movement is beginning to grow in Germany. Expressionism. Expressionism is a form of art that encourages distortion of form and usage of strong colors to convey deep feelings. Expressionist artists usually use large, swirling brush strokes to really depict the emotional states of artists and wanted to display deep inner thoughts. Expressionism really emerged as a response to the growing feeling that humanity was losing touch with spirituality, and people were feeling more isolated due to the recent urbanization. Despite the fact that there were lots of people around them, many individuals still felt out of touch with society and completely alone. A lot of Expressionist paintings contained alienated individuals who were a byproduct of recent urbanization, and even a lot of prostitutes, which was sort of a commentary on how individuals in the city were emotionally distanced. There were several influences on Expressionism. One of them was Edward Munch, who painted The Scream in 1893. And this certainly was a large influence on Expressionist painting, as it showed the conflict between spirituality and the modern lifestyle, which was really notable. Another influence was Gustav Klimt, and basically he would always paint his subjects really brightly with really elaborate patterns and elongated bodies. One can see this in Expressionist painting as well. There are a lot of the same jagged forms, large brushwork, and bright, exotic colors. The Expressionist movement really officially began in 1905 when Ernst Ludwig Kirchner, Fritz Bleyl, Carl Schmidt-Rottluff, and Erich Heckel made the Die Brut group. And in 1911, Wassily Kandinsky, Franz Marc, Paul Klee, and August Mack formed the Der Blaue Reiter group. These groups never referred to themselves as Expressionists, but they did produce Expressionist art. First, the Die Brut group painted pictures of modern society, stressing the alienation individuals felt and the loss of spiritual communion. An example is the work Street, Berlin, by Ernst Ludwig Kirchner, where a person can really see strange, faceless figures in the background and prostitutes near the front of the work. The bizarre forms and colors used in the Die Brut's artwork contribute to a sense of surrealism, which many city residents could oddly relate to. Expressionism in Europe was a heavy influence for many other important movements, such as abstract expressionism in the United States. Abstract expressionism arose around the time of World War II, when many European artists started moving to New York due to the turmoil in their home countries. These European artists were already familiar with ideas of surrealism, modernism, and, of course, expressionism in Europe, and transferred that interest to young American artists. These artists actually wished to go beyond the works of these other European artists and further develop their style. The birth of abstract expressionism can also be explained by the fact that many abstract expressionists grew up during the Great Depression, which was a time when America suffered economically and culturally. Furthermore, the Great Depression followed World War I, after which many individuals felt a sense of disillusionment with their lives. Many struggled to find their sense of self. One can also observe how the ideas of existentialism, which was the leading philosophy at the time, contributed to the feelings of anxiety and alienation that motivated many abstract expressionists. Therefore, American artists who were experiencing these feelings of anxiety, vulnerability, and a fear of irrationality started using expressionism to express the dark inner feelings that they had. Artists were struggling to find their own identities through their works. Expressionism wasn't just found in artwork. Many plays and musical pieces contained expressionist sentiments that resounded with the feelings that many others were experiencing as well. Writers began distorting characters or figures to emphasize the emotional aspects of the work, which is really what Expressionism is known to be today. Expressionism is one of the most important art movements that has affected everything from playwriting to paintings.